And while the president is in Detroit for the UAW strike, Congress is still trying to strike a deal in Washington to avoid a government shutdown. Let's get over to Emily Wilkins on Capitol Hill with the very latest. Emily?
Well, Kelly, it is still not looking like there is a clear path to avoiding a government shutdown that would begin on Saturday night, Sunday morning. And Congress, it's not that they're not working on trying to figure out a solution, but the fact of the matter is that the House has tried and failed to bring up a short-term spending bill. So what they're going to be doing today, we'll see this vote come a little bit this evening. The House is actually going to vote on trying to move forward on 4 major bills to fund the government. And they're hoping that that's a show of good faith to a small number of Republicans who have been holding out, and that those Republicans will then, once those 4 bills are passed, come on board with that short-term funding. That's a lot of ifs, and there's no really guarantee that what we're going to be seeing from the House within the next couple of days. Speaker Kevin McCarthy talked to reporters this morning, and what he really tried to emphasize, and I think what he's trying to emphasize to his members, is that this short-term bill that he's pushing includes a number of Republican priorities for the southern border, things like building the wall, limiting certain types of immigration. Listen to what he told reporters today about that short-term spending bill and the border security with it.
The Republicans will put on the floor a rule to secure our border. I think that's the appropriate way to be able to keep government funding, secure our border, while we continue to keep government open to work on the rest of the appropriation bills.
Of course, even if the House does wind up passing that short-term bill, there is no guarantee that it goes forward in the Senate or ends a shutdown. Senate is working on its own bipartisan bill, which stands a better chance of potentially passing and ending a shutdown. But it's not clear at this point when exactly the Senate is going to be releasing that bill text. We know it's going to be about 45 days of covering government funding, and then we do this all over again. Kelly?
Are there, Emily, do either of these bills cut spending? Are they trying to cut spending?
The Republican bill does try to cut spending. And I think at this point there is some sort of willingness to do that. But I think really the main priority right now isn't about cutting spending. The main priority is about keeping the government funded so Congress can work on some of those long-term spending bills. That's where Republicans are hoping to get gains in terms of funding cuts. Hopefully something for immigration is what Republicans want to see. But at this point, it's really not clear how things will ultimately shake out when it comes to funding the government in the long term.
All right, Emily, for now, thanks. We appreciate it. Our Emily Wilkins in Congress.